Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. It's your girl Kay. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because I'm the bomb. We're the bomb. We already know this. The haters just have to catch up, period. So guys, if you hear like music and like a car, there's a lot of stuff going on around out here, but I just want to hurry up and get my message out for you guys. So yeah, we're just gonna ignore the distractions, okay? Everything, and guys, I say all of this with love, everything is not about you, okay? Don't be super self-centered. Don't think everything is directed to you, okay? Everything is not about you. While we are chosen, and a lot of times, you know, people do certain things to get a rise out of us, not everything is done with malice, and not everything is about us. Sometimes people are genuinely having a bad day. Sometimes people just don't want to talk to you, right? And it's not always personal, right? When you're walking into a room, everyone's not always looking at you. And of course, we are the light. So I do understand, but not always in a negative sense, right? Everyone's world doesn't revolve around you. If someone's angry, it doesn't mean they're angry at you, right? So just kind of taking yourself out of your own head and out of your own shoes and realizing that every time, because as sometimes like around us, we can be so consumed with our own issues, with our own environment, that we think everyone else is. Everyone else does not know what you have going on. Everyone else is not always so tapped into you like you are, you know? And if you come in, you know, not feeling the best, everyone may not notice, right? And of course, you know, everyone may not notice. And instead of taking that to heart and taking it personal, just remember that other people have their own things going on. Because, you know, because we're chosen when sometimes we feel so much, sometimes we may take things super personal or think it's about us, right? And sometimes that can come off as self-centered, because we're called to love each other as we love ourselves, right? We have to love other people too. And part of that is taking yourself out of your own shoes, out of your own thinking. Sometimes if someone does something, even if it is directed towards you, the internal piece or the layers of that hurt, of that feeling or that emotion that someone projected off onto you may not have anything to do with you. You were just the vessel that was near them at the time, or the weaker vessel. And not necessarily like you're weak, but what they saw you as, because we come off so loving and so kind, right? So that's not always the case, but I'm just letting you guys know to take yourself, you know, take yourself outside of yourself for a moment and realize, hey, everything's not about me. Maybe that had nothing to do with me. And God will reveal if it does, right? And just keep it moving. That's how we keep it going. Someone looks at you funny and they roll their eyes at you. Okay, you know, maybe it has nothing to do with me, right? And keep it moving, you know? Just taking yourself out of your own shoes, because we know our emotions, we know our feelings, but trying to put ourselves in someone else's shoes and not being self-centered and only thinking about our emotions, our thoughts. That's how we get closer to God, because we start to give grace and realize that every action doesn't deserve a reaction. Okay. And like I said, Ephesians 6:12, we're fighting with spiritual. This is all spiritual, right? So just take yourself out of your own shoes sometimes and ask God to see things how he does, right? And you'll kind of step outside of yourself and realize everything is not super personal, right? Y'all remember to keep God first, and that you are the CEO of your life. Hire, fire, and promote accordingly. And sorry about my little flyaway, y'all. It's my edge, and I didn't feel like doing my edges. Yeah. Y'all stay tuned for more. Bye.